You know the Supermarine Spitfire, right? It's that iconic fighter from World War II. Most people think it was deadly because it was super fast or packed with guns. And sure, it had those things. But the real reason it dominated the skies is something most people completely misunderstand. It wasn't just speed. It wasn't just firepower. The secret sauce was balance. From the moment it was conceived, the Spitfire was engineered to do one thing exceptionally well: fight other fighters. Think of it like a perfectly balanced sword. Its unique elliptical wing design wasn't just for looks. It allowed the Spitfire to pull incredibly tight turns, tighter than almost anything the Germans could throw at it. The controls were so responsive, so intuitive. It felt like an extension of the pilot's own body. And in the chaos of a dogfight, that kind of confidence is everything. Imagine you're a pilot during the Battle of Britain. You're thousands of feet up, scanning the sky for enemy aircraft. The last thing you want is to be wrestling with your own plane. Spitfire pilots didn't have to. They could just fly, react, and fight. They could focus entirely on the enemy, on anticipating their next move, on lining up the perfect shot. That was the Spitfire's true game-changing advantage. It freed the pilot's mind to be a hunter. Of course, the war didn't stand still, and neither did the Spitfire. As the conflict dragged on, the aircraft evolved constantly. It got new, more powerful Merlin and later Griffin engines. It was modified to fly at higher altitudes. Its firepower was beefed up with cannons, while its enemies, like the Messerschmitt 109 and the Focke-Wulf 1090, also got better. The Spitfire always seemed to adapt just a little bit faster, staying one step ahead. Here's the interesting part. At different points in the war, the Spitfire wasn't always the absolute fastest fighter. It wasn't always the most heavily armed either, but it was always competitive. It was always in the top tier, which meant it stayed relevant and feared from the first day of the war to the last. Enemy pilots learned to respect it the hard way. Because the Spitfire punished even a moment's hesitation. If you got into a turning fight with one, you were in serious trouble. In the hands of a skilled pilot, it was absolutely lethal. So, the Spitfire didn't win the air war all by itself, but it gave its pilots the one thing that decides aerial combat more than any stat on a spec sheet: total, unflinching control. And that is what made it so deadly. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe for more.